This segment, we cover an exercise for the lower body. We will show the correct biomechanics for performing a barbell squat. The major muscles involved are the gluteus maximus, the semi-membranosus, the semi-tendinosus, the biceps femoris, the vastus lateralis, and the femoris. The equipment needed, just a barbell. That's it. Let's go to the gym. So, this is the back squat. So basically, in the starting position, he's going to grasp the bar with a closed tornado grip and position the bar across the posterior deltoid, around the middle of the trapezius, using a hand grip wider than shoulder width. Okay? The shoulder, elbow, and the hands form a 90-degree angle. You have the shoulders, elbow, and the wrist. You have that right here. Spread out just a little bit more, okay? Just on both sides. That's it. Okay? Now, hold the chest up, out, tilt the head back, and position the feet parallel to each other. This is the beginning phase. Downward to central phase. Maintain the position with the back neutral, shoulders retracted. Okay? Elbows high, and the chest up and out. Allow the hips and the knees to slowly flex as you lower yourself down. Do not lean forward. Keep the torso to the floor angle relatively constant. Keep the heels on the floor, the knees aligned over the feet, and come back up. Good job. Let's get a side view. Very good job. No. So go back up to central. So from the central phase, upward movement, he's going to maintain position with a neutral spine, high elbows, and the chest out again. Extend the hips and the knees out at the same rate, but not to keep the torso to floor angle alignment. You want to extend the hips and the knees at the same rate to keep the torso to the floor angle consistent. Keep the heels on the floor and the knees over the feet. Excellent job. One more. Excellent. Lower body exercise. For the lower body exercise, it works the quads, the hamstrings, the gluteus maximus. They've all been isolated. My client will demonstrate how to perform a barbell squat to isolate the lower body structure in order to increase the strength in his hips and his thighs. I chose these exercises because my clients want to have a basic exercise in which they can begin to develop the muscles in those particular areas. Okay? They wanted to learn the correct biomechanics. The barbell squat, incorrect movements. The challenge with the barbell squat exercise occurs when the client does not have their feet approximately shoulder width apart. Also, when the client squats down, in which the initial action is flexion of the hips and the knees. The feet sometimes are too narrow and the heels do not remain in contact with the floor. Barbell squat progression. Additional exercises. When it comes to the barbell squat, I can progress my client to do a more challenging leg exercise. For example, I can progress the client to do a squat with more depth, or even a squat with weight on it or additional weight. Phases of the movement. There are normally 3 phases of each exercise. There are the preparation, the central, and the terminal phase. The preparation phase is the first stage when planning to support for a new exercise. It is in this phase that we establish the correct posture, which is necessary for the foundational support for undertaking the particular movement that you're going to do. The central phase is the midpoint of movement. The terminal phase is the ending phase, and is also the completion of the movement, which requires maintaining alignment, positioning to prepare for the preparation phase, and continuation of the movement and additional repetitions as they're needed. Phases of the movements continued. Each movement has a concentric and an eccentric phase which are both types of isotonic contractions. The isotonic contractions are said to be the most common type of contractions. The concentric phase is when we are doing an exercise and the muscles we're targeting are contracting and the muscle fibers are shortening. Eccentric is when the muscles are lengthening. Phases of the movement for the barbell squat. When performing the barbell squat, the eccentric movement happens during the downward phase of the squat motion, and the concentric happens when you're lifting upward phase. The National Postural Institute has points of evaluation. First, trainers should, firstly, they should identify and discuss goals and objectives. Secondly, session content should be determined. Thirdly, sequence the practice time. And fourthly, they must evaluate the program. Progress will be observed as a fifth step, and the sixth step would be sequencing new exercises. Biomechanical safety and postural considerations. These are the biomechanical safety and postural considerations, such as postural stability. When teaching these exercises, clients should be made aware of establishing a stable position because it is critical for safety and optimal performance. Specific positioning of the client's body, arms, and the legs is reasons of safety and optimal execution. Furthermore, clients should adhere to the biomechanical cues given by the coach and the trainer. If an athlete attempts to squat below the 90 degrees, first we should ensure that the athlete can increase the knee range of motion as able. In order to go below 90 degrees, it depends on the hip capsular mobility, the hip anatomy restrictions, the pelvic muscles technique, and the ankle mobility and pelvic stability. So the deeper an athlete goes below into a low squat, if the hip is positioned below 90 degrees, you must have good form, and this would also work the quadriceps, the hamstrings, along with the gluteus maximus, the abductors, and the calf muscles. Remember. That's below, right? That's below the 90 degrees. Alright, now, not below 990. That's it. Good job. This is Quest Wellness. Over and out.